Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine, and I've come on to make my Quirky page for Woolly Steph's art club. This has been giving me some trouble and I really have not known what to do. So I've got a 3 7/8 inch square piece of heavy duty card, and I think I'm going to have a go at making a little background. So I've got an acrylic block and I've got some brush-os, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of brush-o, not too much because I just want speckles. So I've gone for lime green. I'll have a little bit of turquoise up here for the sky, and a little bit of ultramarine, just a little bit, and then I think I want leaf green if I can find it, a little bit of leaf green. I need to make a list of the colours that I've got actually. There's leaf green, so we just put a little bit of that dotted about. The problem is you can't see where the colour is until you've activated it with water. Now, people ask me how I get my backgrounds, and I don't use a lot of water to get the speckled effect. So I'm hoping you can see this all right. Sorry for the glare from the lamp, but you can see the colours activated there. I've maybe got a bit more blue than I wanted, and not as much green. I'm just going to bring this bit of scrap paper in and turn this upside down and let the drips drip, because I don't really want that. And I want more green than I do blue really, but just lightly making contact with the card. And I'm not happy with that actually, because I've got a bit too much of a watercolour effect, so I'm going to dry that. I added too much water. I'm actually going to blot that with some kitchen paper. And turning my block this way so that the blue goes off, I'm going to come in again with some green. I want a bit more green. And by lightly pressing, I'm getting speckles, which is what I'm after. And we just want a little bit of blue in that corner, just like that. And I'm going to leave that like that as is. And I should smoosh this on some waste card when I've finished. So we'll just go back in and blot that again. And actually, shall I blot it or shall I dry it? Or blot it. Now, that's the brush-os done for now. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. Just move that out the way. So I bought this stamp set, Carabelle Studio, a while ago, and I'm going to use this figure here. And I want to introduce a little bit more colour. And I don't know whether to stamp her on this one or this one. I think I'm going to go for this actually. Let's just get an acrylic block if we can find one. I hope everybody's well. We've had a WhatsApp message from our eldest daughter who lives in Leeds. She thinks she's got COVID, and as has her boyfriend. Yeah, so they've done a test, a proper test. They're waiting for the results, but she said this morning that she's lost her sense of smell, I've just moved you then, sorry. Yeah, so it doesn't look good. So I've inked up this. I don't want her to have an orange face. I'm just gonna, because I'm gonna fussy cut her. Yes, Mindy, if you're watching, I'm gonna do some fussy cutting, or cussy footing, as I like to call it. Let's just hold her down a bit. I'm pressing quite hard. Oh yes, and that's a lovely stamped image. I'm liking that very much. So I am going to use my Tim Holtz scissors that I've had a very long time and fussy cut her. So this is just a little scrap of card, and I'd done some work with, looks like Cosmic Shimmer Pixie powders, and smooshed what was on the, you know, left on the block. It's just started raining here. Yes, so I am a late Lucy again, because yeah, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling the quirky, but I think that this girl is quirky. I mean, she hasn't got any arms or legs, has she? So that's quite quirky in my book. And you can see what a terrible job I'm making of fussy cutting. One should turn the paper, not the scissors, I'm led to believe. And it's a good job I'm fussy cutting, because I've just I've just smudged a little bit of the image. But I'm hoping that this will fulfill the quirky brief. And tomorrow Steph will be pulling another prompt out of her little jar, and we shall see what the next fortnight brings. Now I'm leaving a little bit of an edge, just a little bit, because I don't mind that actually, and it's just going to add to the quirkiness of this, in my opinion. There we go. She's quite nice, isn't she? And I'm going to put her there like that, I think. I'm just going to stick her down. What glue shall we use today? We'll use my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue, I think. And because, oh, it has come out. Sometimes, excuse me, when I haven't used it, it gets bunged up and I have to put a little pin in the nozzle to unbung it. I could have mounted her up on a bit of card, but I am aiming to keep the next few pages as flat as I can. Where's my, there it is. Yeah, because my little album is a bit bulky. Just burnish that down. We don't want her sticking up, do we? There we go. And I'm going to come in now with a really fine pen and do a little bit of doodling. I think we'll just do a little line around her here, like that. And I am going to, actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in a little bit more green. I think we'll have leaf green, if I can find it. I should put, there it is. I should put the names on top because that would be a bit easier, wouldn't it? And I'm just going to put a little bit there, and I'm going to come in with my water brush, just check it's clean. A little bit of orange on there, so that was good that I checked that that was clean. And I'm just going to make this into a little bit of a watercolour. You couldn't see that because it's off camera. But yeah, I put a little bit on my block, and I just, yeah. So I'm just gonna do that. Just to ground everything a little bit. There we go. Oh, it's proper raining now. Okay, so yes, I am going to draw or doodle some flowers, and I've got a 0.05 pen, micron pen, and I'm not the best at doodling or drawing by any stretch of the imagination. But she's got these little flowers on her dress, so I'm going to try and draw some flowers like that. That's a 5-petaled flower. It's very, very juvenile. And let's do a big flower here. And we'll try a different style. I need to get into drawing more and mark making and things like that, I think. I quite like a little pop of colour. And I'm going to add another pop of colour in a minute. Let's just put the lid on my glue because we don't want it drying out, do we? And I think we'll have a little flower here. Yes, it's very juvenile. And we'll have another little flower here. And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 petals there. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of scribbling underneath each one to kind of ground it. And there's one more thing I'm going to add. I just need to go and get it. Before I go any further, I'm going to just adhere this to my 4-inch piece of black card, and I think we'll use a bit of collal for this. Look, the blooming sun's come out now. It's ridiculous. Oh, Ashley, what are you doing? Should have glued on the back of the white, not on the black. It's because I'm tired, that's what it is. It's a good job I didn't go right to the edge, and I can't see what I'm doing now because the sun's out. Right, let's give this a burnish so that it is hopefully well adhered. Yes, I just got away with that. Oh, yes. I do like with the brushos how there are different coloured pigments. I'm going to have to close the blind. Hold on. Right, I'm back. There we go. That's a bit better. So that is that. Now, got a little bit of scrap here. I'm just going to test some colours. So I've got a big pot of fine liner pens, and some of these are quite neon-y. And I wanted to add some little pops of colour. Yes, I like this pink. I'm just going to do little random dots in a couple of colours. And I'm also going to write here, quirky girl amongst the flowers. Quirky girl amongst the flowers. ACT, and it is 14th of the 8th 21. There we go. So I've got a little bit of pink. We'll have one more dot of pink because we should have odd numbers of everything. And then let's just check this colour. Yes, this neon orange. So I'm just doing little circles. I think that is enough of that one. And then I've got a green. Let's see what this colour's like. Yeah. Green. 1, 2, 3. And then I want a little bit of blue. Should we try this? Let me see what this one's like. Yeah, that'll do. So we'll have 1, 2, 3. Let's colour, make sure I've got the centre of that coloured in. Okay, now, final little touch. Just going to bring in my scrap. So I have got Nuvo crystal drops, and this is in Morning Dew. And I'm going to just add a little bit carefully on top of each of these little neon dots that I have coloured on my background. And they should hopefully look like brightly coloured enamel dots. Got a blue one there and a blue one there. And I'm going to do the little centres of the flowers on her dress where they've got a little bit of colour from the pixie powder. And I'm going to leave it at that because less is more. And I'll come back and show you this when it's dry. And you'll, oh, I've just seen one I've missed. And you'll see that hopefully they look a little bit like enamel dots. That's the idea anyway. Be back soon. So yes, it's a couple of hours later and these have dried, but they're not fully dry. But I like the way you kind of get like a glossy effect with those crystal drops or whatever they're called, and it takes on the colour of what's underneath. So it's quite a cost-effective way of creating your own little enamel type dots with just one product. So thanks to Steph for hosting this. I will leave a link. If you click on the hashtag, you'll get to see everybody else who has uploaded a project. Late Lucy again. Looking forward to seeing what tomorrow's prompt will be. Take care everybody. Bye now.